All right, so let's continue on with the base path. I believe where we left off is we had the base path rendering correctly. We had the coaching showing up exactly as we wanted it. When we click on it, we also had the coaching expanded, and we had all of the alignment and padding set correctly. The one thing that I do want to note here is I don't think using gutters here is the right way to go. Gutters is usually used if you have multiple smaller areas that you want to display certain widgets in. And so you want the gutters on between each of those components to be equivalent. But that's not really what we're doing. We're just trying to add a little bit of padding between the button icon and the rest of the path. So I'm going to actually get rid of this because I don't think this is the right semantic class that we need to have here. And I will just add the padding here. Right. Small. That should do it. If I go back here, this should be the same. Let's just make sure. And good. That still looks good. Great. Based on using the lightning progress indicator, there's a lot of attributes here that we no longer need. Yeah, I think we don't need any of these. And this should still look fine. Great. Let's start with the opportunity specialized component. So let's go opportunity path. And we're going to take the step-by-step. We're not going to actually hit the server. We're not going to hit the metadata API. We just want this path to use the base path, and we can see how these things work together. So here I will have path items. Great. Let's go ahead and do that. It's not exactly right. We have a closed one here. Closed one as in O-N-E, not closed one. So let's go ahead and do that. And within the HTML, let's go ahead and use the base path. Should the base path have the card, or should this opportunity path have the card? I think this opportunity path should have the card. The base path should not assume any type of background for the specialized component that would be using this. So we're going to move the card up here. And then from here, let's just use the base path. And within the base path, let us get rid of the C card. And let's see how this looks. The object on the opportunity object. So let's go ahead and do that. So here with the opportunity path, stick that on there. Let's make sure that our local dev is still working. It's probably not. And let's just test this out by changing prospecting to prospecting 2. And great, it does work. I guess one thing that I need to add here to the base path is the current. Right, I have a current step here. So this one will have to be an API item. I like to put these in alphabetical order. Contacted, sure, as a default, but we'll probably have to take those out later. And we'll just hardcode this to prospecting for now. Current step, and of course I need to set that within the HTML. Current step. Great. Now if I change this to qualified, great. So that all seems to be working. Amazing. And this should still work. Great. When I click on these, nothing is happening, right? But what I really want is for the base, so the base path has all of this HTML, right? So this is a black box to the opportunity path component. It doesn't really know, it doesn't have any information or access to these button clicks or even how this is rendered. So we need to pass from the base path up to the opportunity path component events when we click these buttons. So let's go ahead and change the base path to do that. making progress step. Okay, we could get on step blur. What other events are there? Oh, okay, a lot of events. We could do mouse enter and mouse leave, but I think I will need step focus. On step focus, this is equal to handle step focus, handle step focus, oh, step focus. No, we don't want to do that. What we want to do is dispatch the event. Now, what is in this event.detail? The index of the step that received the focus. Let's just make sure. Console.log. So let's open up the console. And here, index 1, index 0, index 1. Okay. So from here goes handle step focus. Here we handle step focus. Let's just make sure that this is an index. And no, we're not going to dispatch the event again. This current step is equal to event.detail.index. This will be this path items. Yeah, that value. Okay, great. So that all seems to work fine. So I think at this point we should commit. So add specialized opportunity path utilizing base path. Okay. So from here, what else do we want to do? How do we want these things to interact? So we need something here that says coaching is enabled, but is it expanded, right? Is coaching expanded? That will default to false. When do we want this path to open? So when we click on a new one, we want it to open. When we click on the existing one, we want it to open. Do we ever want it to close? Say they click on prospecting, it opens. If they click on prospecting again, do we want it to close? Maybe not. Maybe. Let's just keep it open for now. So whenever there is a step focus, let's open up the coaching. So is coaching expanded? JJK. This as an API. Toggle coaching details. We do want to actually have that. And this is not allowed because it's a public property. So I guess we could do like is coaching expanded. And then this is this. And this could be a getter. Get. No. Right. And then this could be this dot is. And this should work. So I could still click this. Oh, okay. But how come this isn't changing anymore? This assignment is staying the same, right? This isn't changing when I click on this. So the opportunity path still thinks that coaching expanded is true. And so when I set it to true again, it doesn't think anything needs to re-render on the base path component. So it's problematic because now two different components are switching that is coaching expanded. I'm actually just thinking that this should just be handled by the top level component. I need to just, whenever I click the lightning button icon here, all I do is pass an event up to the opportunity path. So I think I'm going to go with the decision to just dispatch an event here. Dispatch. And so that way, this can go back to just being is coaching expanded. And then in here, H on ST on toggle coaching details, and then here go toggle coaching details. Oops. Toggle coaching details. So now this should work. So boom, boom, boom. I do that. Boom, boom, boom. Do that. Boom, boom, boom. Refactor toggling coaching details to be controlled by parent component. I do want the opportunity path to sort of control what the coaching looks like for each of these different stages. Let's just do div. Here is my custom coaching content. But base path currently doesn't have a slot, so we must add one. And that's really in here. So all this goes away. Cool. And if I add the boilerplate that I had here from the SLDS website, okay, it still looks good. So let's just get rid of this for now. I don't need it. And let's just do something simple here, just to make sure that things are working. Equals get is qualify stage, return stage. And we could do another one. Okay, qualified, prospecting, nothing, nothing. Perfect. Add slots component to base path and utilize it within path.